First Americans have been wearing leggings for thousands of years, traditionally made out of animal skin, more commonly the deerskin or buckskin, as we see here. Chickasaw, my name is Jason Eyachabbe, and today I'll be speaking about traditional leggings. Leggings were covered for the elements. You know, whenever we go outside if it's too cold, or if we went on a hunting trip, or even on special occasions. First, start with the breechcloth. Has to measure somebody's waist and covers the front and back of the person. The legs, you got one for the right leg, you got one for the left leg. And breechcloths would match either the leggings itself or different colors. As we started training, we were introduced to other materials such as wool. And as you see here, it's very colorful. The clothing started changing styles with trade at that time. I wanted to do something different, and I wanted to educate myself on Chickasaw ways. So whenever I got curious about things like, Chickasaw ways and becoming more educated, I wanted to learn how to make leggings in a traditional way. So I went to one of my uncles, who's an elder now, and he helped me make it. I've never sewed before, and this was a new thing to me. My uncle, he would say, it's going to take a little bit of time, so you're going to spend time doing this, so you're going to get intimate with it. So whenever I started the process, I cut the pattern out of my jeans and then started sewing it with a sinew and just stitched it up by hand. This took hours. First time doing it, it took me a whole day to sew one leg. And then the second day I worked on the next one. Whenever I started this project, sewing my old leggings, I began to think about what it was like to live back in this time period. How we would hunt the animal and use every part of it. Unlike today, this is commercial tan hide, and it comes in various colors. So we have a light tan, a lighter tan, and red. First, I'll thread a needle from artificial sinew. I'll take about, I would say, a couple of arms length for this demonstration. And then I would split it. I find it easier to thread sinew because it shapes easy. And then you just tie off one end. And this is tough leather, so you might need some help. I'd use the pressing on the table and then push it through. This is really repetitive, very repetitive. Now, today's machines, you have a leather sewing machine that people use, and it's much faster. You can get this done in about a couple hours, what it would take almost a whole day. As I was making these, I could think about a lot of my relatives at that time would be making these for their children, their relatives. My ancestors would be making these for their families. It's really part of our history of how we worked hard to provide for our families. It was a trade item. It was commerce. It was a way of living that was challenging. It does take time to make leggings, but it's also a time to say, let's slow down and think about what it was some time ago. It's time to be patient in this modern world, to think back what our ancestors, the way they were living, and the foundations they have built for us, so that we can carry on our traditions and pass it on to the next generation. I feel that our younger generation, if they continue to carry on, I think it's like passing the torch. That we did our job to do our best to teach our younger ones to carry on those traditions that we've had for thousands of years. Working on traditional leggings and working on our ways of life that were brought to us many years ago is respectful and showing respect to our ancestors. I would like to think that they're very, I would say, proud of us and how we've tried to carry on traditions in a modern day world.